actually even gamble in the comfort of your house. The court is only interested in evidence, not what you and I think. So how do we get this evidence? Many of them have been released. Okay. So we actually monitoring all these people to see that they don't get back to their activities before they were locked up and all that. So we are made to understand that most of these gang members or those people belong to the gang, they are involved in a few offences. One is drugs. Drugs is still a problem in Pulau Pinang. Maybe prostitution, illegal money lending, and related things and all that. So PDRM Pulau Pinang is actually monitoring all this. Those people who are involved in these type of activities, they know that they cannot go around doing these things anymore. That is one. And then many of those people who were using high-end tactics and all that, they say that there are better ways of making a living. So those who started off with gangs and all that actually have ventured into legitimate business and all that. So that is why if we look at some of these people's background, they were initially, when they were probably, age also matters, because at a young age they had no direction and all that. They just followed some of these people and all that. They were involved in all that. But later they said that, look, this is not a way of making a living. So they also had to start to have families and all that. They became more responsible. And Malaysia being a country where anybody who is hardworking can actually make a living. So they said there's better ways to make a living. So many of them have actually left these type of activities and have gone on to do businesses and all that. So you are right in saying that those days when we talk about certain places, Penang, or gangland activities and all that. So this thing has actually drastically dropped, because if we look at the crime index for Pulau Pinang, at most an average we only get about between 12 to 15 cases per day index crime, and this is mostly housebreaking, simple theft, or theft of motorcycles. I'm surprised, because I served in many other states and all that. I've never seen so much of haul like we have hauled in Penang, and it's like every month we managed to get quite a sizable amount of drugs. There are some people just renting a shop lot, and they were cooking mini labs and all that. So they get this heroin base. Because heroin base is like 1 pound, they buy a slab from Thailand, and we know that most of the drugs come from the Golden Triangle, Thailand, Myanmar, Indochina, and all these places and all that. Then because maybe we have got very good transportation system. So my biggest challenge here as far as drugs is concerned is, I'm trying to see whether the supply of drugs that come into Pulau Pinang is just by road, okay, by air. Penang is an island. So until today I have not had enough intelligence to prove that drugs are coming by the waterways. What I'm saying is, there are a lot of these users who are nelayan.
Okay.
But our worry is, maybe drugs actually get supplied to Pulau Pinang also through these waterways. But until today we have not had any major seizures and all that. All our seizures has been land and air. And land, some of it not only by the our narcotics division, even routine check at a roadblock, suddenly the traffic was, and the car was something that was traveling from north coming down here. So again, this has to depend on intelligence. Our biggest problem is, the most of the people who get caught are the people on the ground level. So trying to establish the link between those people on the ground to the person on the top is a challenge. The court is only interested in evidence, not what you and I think. So how do we get this evidence? So this is where it's a painstaking effort by the police. That means whenever we make some errors, we have to record their statements, and these people must implicate, and these people must tell us that actually yes, this amount of money that we got actually went up and all. So in policing terms, we have got something called concept of tracing, where we have to trace and try to link this person. If we cannot link, there's no way we can go to court with them. So this is the challenge, and this is something we are doing every day. And of course now with all the the laws that is available, again, like SOSMA, POCA, and then forfeiture of property and all that. So that is why sometimes you see we not only smash a particular thing, then we end up seizing property belonging to the drug lord and all that. So the laws are available, but we need intelligence. We need the people on the ground to help us, because we do not have a magic ball where we say like this we can go into it. Because all this we need witnesses to come forward, witnesses to go to court to implicate. If these people do not cooperate, just what I know, what you know, doesn't really matter. There is a total eradication of all these gambling activities and also prostitution and things which could be the source of other crimes that could happen. So we are totally committed. We've got all the OCS, OCPDs, and all the officers and men from the 10 departments we have within the police force working hand in hand to ensure that the initiative by the Inspector General of Police is upheld.